Now, the third problem I observe in the database is this hierarchy of sources. So it's not enough to accumulate documents for the AI to process or for the AI to digest. You have to distinguish between the documents because not all sources are equal. Not all of them are the same. Now, how can you distinguish the sources? I'll just lay out the priority I propose in the paper. So I think first, we have to have the priority of recency, right? So train the AI to prefer more recent documents in certain cases. In other cases, the AI have to prefer more authoritative documents. So that's the priority of authority. And lastly, the priority of form. I'll give some examples about these three priorities. So recency, for example. So if you have Baltimore Catechism and the Catechism of the Catholic Church, which is more recent, 1992, and the other one is 1885. So the AI has to prioritize or prefer the the more recent document, in this case, the Catechism of the Catholic Church. Same thing as, I think, arguably, the Catechism of the Council of Trent, which is still very authoritative, very well-read. One thing I'll try to express here, I don't know if I can say this well enough, there's a lot of nuance in this. We can argue about which has to be preferred, which is more authoritative, but we'll see what arguments will come up later, right, from the panelists as well. Or, for example, I put this example, the question of infants who die without baptism. Now, there's the famous theory of limbo in the Middle Ages. The scholars of Thomas will know very well. But then the church has kind of proposed an updated vision of how we can conceive the fate of the infants who die without baptism in the recent document. So I think if you ask now we can't do the trial here, right? Display for everybody. It'd be good if you could, but now if you ask the Magisterium AI, it'd be interesting to see how it answers, which document it quotes, right? This does not say that the theory of limbo loses its values. It's very valuable, very important, for example, for the consideration of nature and grace and for so many other topics in theology. But I'm just saying, I think the machine should prefer the more recent document in this case. Or Lumen Gentium, we know that Vatican II has proposed an ecclesiology that's a bit different, right? Richer, enriches the previous ecclesiologies, for example, that we find in Pius XII. I think in this case as well, the more recent document should be preferred. Or Code of Canon Law, right? I don't spot any canon lawyer in this room, but yeah, I think the newer canon law has to be preferred or prioritized over the previous canon law. This does not say, again, that the previous canon law loses its values. There's a very beautiful canon encouraging the study of Thomas Aquinas, which does not appear in the newer canon, Code of Canon Law, for example. So it's valuable, but has to be, the AI, I think, has to prefer the more recent document in this case.